Hi there. Now we are going to do lesson number 61. I am the light of the world. Paragraph 1. Who is the light of the world except God's son or daughter? Basically, you and I. Who else could it be? This then is merely a statement of the truth about yourself. We're reading the truth about who we are. We are the light of the world. It is the opposite of a statement of pride, of arrogance, or of self-deception. It does not describe the self-concept that you have made. It does not refer to any of the characteristics with which you have endowed your idols. It refers to you as you were created by God. It simply states the truth. I am, as you are, the light of the world. Paragraph 2. To the ego, today's idea is the epitome of self-glorification. I know, because for a while, I used to think, oh, I'm so enlightened, I've achieved it, I'm the light of the world, everybody should bow down to me because I am this special being endowed with light. And we all have to go through the process of letting these truths go to our head. And we're all going to have to move through that pride wall that everybody is going to have to go through, because the ego is the one who's becoming spiritualized. What is spirit inside of us doesn't need these lessons. What is spirit inside of us is using these lessons that are spiritualizing the ego until the ego begins to know what spirit knows. And then all that will remain will be feeling the difference. The ego's idea of that I am the light feels inflated. Our soul's idea that we are the light feels natural. So once our two belief systems are active in our mind that pretty much hold the same truth, we will move to the realm of strictly feeling what light feels like. But for now, we are learning who we are in truth, because we've been spending these last 60 lessons before that primarily discovering who we're not, how the ego's been operating. So let me repeat paragraph 2, sentence 1. To the ego, today's idea is the epitome of self-glorification. But the ego does not understand humility, mistaking it for self-debasement. Humility consists of accepting your role in salvation and in taking no other. Oh my goodness. When I was with Ken and I, was feeling like I am the spiritual teacher, we met because he came to my classes, he attended my courses, my workshops on spirituality of all things. And I became, in the relationship, the one who was imparting spiritual truths. And then, of course, his ego got all spiritualized as well. And then we ended up moving between his spiritual ego and my spiritual ego, doing battle as to who knew most. Well, I came to a place of having a very humiliating experience where I had to realize, if I know I am the presence of love, why am I trying to convince him instead of being that? If I am the light onto the world, then why am I so concerned with him not seeing that? And I literally had a moment, many moments, there were many, many times, half a dozen if not more, where I felt so humiliated because I realized, oh, my head knows I'm spiritual, but my heart is not expressing what spirit is. So I had to go through a process of shifting from needing to express that I was the light of the world to being that. That meant I needed to be kind, compassionate, and loving when he was in his space of being all spiritual ego and telling me all that he knew about spirituality and how, he was clearly the enlightened one and I wasn't. And I had to let myself say, you know what, brother? I want your salvation because I want mine. I want your innocence because I want mine. And a shift began to happen. I began to fall off of that spiritual pedestal and began to feel true humility. The humility that said, if I am the light of the world, why am I not being the presence of love? This lesson was key for me in beginning to make that shift. So let me read this again. Humility consists of accepting your role in salvation and taking no other. So if I was going to save him and save myself, I couldn't judge him because it was a reflection of judgment of myself. Sentence number 4. It is not humility to insist that you cannot be the light of the world if that is the function God assigned to you. It is not humility to insist you cannot be the light of the world. I mean, insisting that I was judging him, that I knew better, was to not accept the function that was given to me. The light of the world means I am just only to illuminate what love looks like, what Christ consciousness looks like, what God looks like in the world. Paragraph 2, sentence 5. It is only arrogance that would assert this function cannot be for you, and arrogance is always of the ego. Once I began to say, he can't be the light of the world, I'm the enlightened one in this relationship. Once I began to see, wow, he is the light of the world, my arrogance began to diminish big time because I couldn't see his light if I was judging it. This is powerful because I knew that it was my ego who was involved in the arrogance of deciding who's more enlightened and who's not. Paragraph 3. True humility requires that you accept today's idea because it is God's voice which tells you it is true. And it is. In humility, you feel it. You don't need to tell anybody about it. You don't need to take out a billboard, a banner, a big old ad to tell people, hey, I am the light of the world. You just feel it. Others will feel it around you. And I have people tell me that they feel such peace around me, but I don't need to broadcast that that's who I am anymore. It's just so different and really, truly so humbling. This is a beginning step in accepting your real function on earth. Until we get comfortable that we are the light of the world, we cannot move into some of the deeper parts that this Course in Miracles is going to take us to. So get comfortable with the idea that we are the light of the world. It is a giant stride toward taking your rightful place in salvation. It is a positive assertion of your right to be saved and an acknowledgement of the power that is given you to save others. I had to save Ken from my judgments, not to save him from his, but from mine. Beautiful. How do I save him from my judgments? I turn on my light so that I can see his innocence. Paragraph 4. You will want to think about this idea as often as possible today. It is the perfect answer to all illusions and therefore to all temptation. It brings all the images you have made about yourself to the truth and helps you depart in peace, unburdened, and certain of your purpose. Yes, I am the light of the world. When it's received in a humble way, it allows you to no longer engage with the stories of the ego. Yes, those stories can pop up, but your light will be turned on and you will see that to judge is to no longer save yourself, to no longer be free, because judgment condemns us. It attaches us to definitions that are not what God gave us. Paragraph 5. As many practice periods as possible should be undertaken today, although each one need not exceed a minute or two. They should begin with telling yourself, I am the light of the world. This is my only function. That is why I am here. What a beautiful lesson. Of course you want to do this as many times as possible. I am the light of the world. It is my only function. That is why I am here. You know, I used to wonder, what's my life's purpose? Well, it's to be the light of the world. Why am I here on this planet to be the light of the world? Who am I, the light of the world? Beautiful, beautiful, powerful, and freeing. Let's go to sentence 6 in paragraph 5. Then think about these statements for a short while, preferably with your eyes closed if the situation permits. Let a few related thoughts come to you and repeat the idea to yourself if your mind wanders away from the central thought. I am the light of the world. Oh, that means I must be special. No, I am the light of the world. Oh, that means I must be more light than somebody else, or that must mean that I haven't done my job right. No, I am the light of the world. That is my only function. That is why I'm here. because I'm releasing being better or lesser than anybody else. I'm releasing the dimming or the trying to make my light more grandiose. I am here to acknowledge that I am the light of the world. How beautiful is that? Paragraph 6. Be sure both to begin and end the day with a practice period. Who doesn't want to go to sleep knowing that you're the light of the world? Thus, you will awaken with an acknowledgement of the truth about yourself, reinforce it throughout the day, and turn to sleep as you affirm your function and your only purpose here. These 2 practice periods may be longer than the rest if you find them helpful and want to extend them. Yes, when you wake up in the morning, I am the light of the world. Stay with that belief, that thought, as you start your day. And then as you lay down on your bed at night, what a beautiful final thought to go to sleep with. I am the light of the world. Paragraph 7. Today's idea goes far beyond the ego's petty views of what you are and what your purpose is. As a bringer of salvation, this is obviously necessary. This is the first of a number of giant steps we will take in the next few weeks, so prepare yourself. Jesus is going to amp up, letting us know how magnificent we truly are. We got to get comfortable with our light. We got to get comfortable that we are powerful. We got to get comfortable that holiness is who we are, our birthright. So we are moving towards lessons that are really going to illuminate the truth that has been out of our awareness, that we've been told that this is something we'll achieve maybe when we die, when we go to heaven. But we are being told that this is not only who we are here today, but only knowing this truth can save us from the craziness that our ego has created. Try today to begin to build a firm foundation for these advances. You are the light of the world. God has built his plan for the salvation of his son on you. So the whole planet, the whole world is depending on us accepting the truth of who we are. Because once we accept that truth for who we are, if I am light, I cannot judge. If I am love, I cannot fear. If I am grace, I cannot be greedy. If I am joy, I cannot be jealous. See how these things build? If I am cooperating, I cannot be condemning. If I am seeking to connect, I cannot be separating. It's impossible. So enjoy this lesson. I am the light of the world. I know I am, but I also know that you are too. Until we meet again for the next lesson, enjoy this one and repeat it often, because it really is necessary that we build a foundation on truth if we are to let go of the house of illusions that the ego has built. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.